Well, welcome back, everybody. And we did have winners for both parts of that trivia question. And in case you missed it, it was that there is 5 weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays in the month of August 2014. And it's going to be 823 years before this will ever happen again.
Wow.
So we ain't going to be able to sit around and mark it off on our calendars. But anyway, we do have a caller online. Her name is Amy, and she has a question for Susan.
Hello, Amy.
Hello. I have something to say about the comments on the town board being a advisory board rather than a position that we vote on. It was my understanding, my family, by the way, has been out here for 30 years. It was my understanding the first time they had this vote that it was voted not to incorporate. And then I think Dr. Waters is the one that was saying that the second vote was not right because so many people moved here before it didn't represent a correct vote. And then all of a sudden it was a vote that maybe the people didn't understand. So there's a lot more to it than just one vote. And I think maybe they should really look at this a little bit closer, or at least let us have another vote.
Yes, and I think the points you're raising are, so there's the one issue which you brought up, which is correct, and that is, quote, incorporation. And I think that has been on the ballot on several occasions, although it's been probably 10 years since that was on the ballot. But the ballot that was done as far as making the town board an advisory board or retaining it as an elected, yes, I think you're right. And the bottom line is, let the people vote again. If there was truly, if they didn't understand, maybe they did think that it had something to do with incorporation, or maybe they were confused. Oftentimes, I've always thought that when they have these initiative petitions, maybe there's not enough education about what does the ballot question mean? Break it down for me so that I can understand it when I get ready to vote for it. So sometimes I think we just don't roll it out, as it were, and really let people know what the issue is and what they're going to be voting for, if that makes any sense at all, Amy.
All right, Amy's off the line. So anyway, I got something about that is, one thing is the people who put this here initiative together has shortened their time limit so much that they waited so long. Because I've been involved in these initiatives, and they will allow you 90 days, starting from, what is it, June 21st?
And I don't know that, yes, but I know there's a period of time, and it's a fairly good period of time.
Yeah,
so
you could go back like 90 days and start the petition up until June 21st, which is a cutoff line because it's got to be, verified and put on the ballot and everything. But I don't understand they waited until now to actually get this started.
I'm not quite sure why, but I think I can take a good guess. The Legislative Counsel Bureau only recently came out with an opinion actually stating what the possible recourse was. So once that opinion came out from the Council Bureau saying, okay, here are your options. You can either the county commissioners can put the elected town board into place, or the people can do an initiative, or the Nye County commissioners could do away with Pahrump, for that matter, the whole town government. But that's a whole nother issue. But once the Legislative Counsel Bureau offered 2 possible scenarios, I think that's when people said, oh, we have a chance to put the elected board back in place. And so that wasn't very long ago that the opinion came out. So that probably is what hampered them time-wise.
Yeah, because I know I've attempted it in the past, and that even with the 90 days, it's hard to get people to sign something.
Because again, I'm sure they don't always know what you're asking them. When somebody just sticks a paper in front of them, they're nervous about, what am I signing, right?
Right, yeah,
So,
well, it's a lot of people don't understand what they're signing, and then, like you said, a lot of times it's not explained in the manner to where they can. And, it's like, I don't know, a lot of times politicians, if somebody comes up and they sound like a politician and that kind of stuff, the people right away, they back off of it.
Sure.
And say, well, what are you trying to get from me, you know?
I think what's confusing right now is it's my understanding there's yet another initiative out there, and that is to recall the town board. So that will confuse the people as well, because, you know, somebody says, here, sign this. Are they going to really understand? Are they signing the initiative to recall the town board, or are they signing the initiative to reinstate the elected town board? So, and it's not going to necessarily be the people that are on now. That's what people have to understand is, you know, there will be new people because there are terms up. So it's not putting the same people back. It's putting the elected form of government back.
Okay, we do have a caller online. His name is David, and go ahead, David.
Is that the David that won the pizza?
I don't know. Is that David?
Good evening.
Hello.
I would like to know what it's going to cost us this time. It's about $80,000 or $100,000 when they appealed the last one. What's it going to cost us this time with that lawyer they got there to bring the town back into town board, elected town board?
I bet you this
I'm
is one.
satisfied the way I want to get the town board out of there, but
This is one of my favorite people. I know who this is calling in. He's one of my favorite people. Actually, the town is not involved in this initiative at all. This is being brought forward by people in the community. So it isn't going to cost the taxpayer, from my standpoint, in other words, any part of the town. We're not involved in this at all, Dave, so we're not spending any taxpayer dollars for this. This is being driven by the people who live in Pahrump. Does that help at all? Dave?
Okay, Dave, you're gone. I'd like to say to Dave, I know it's really hard to believe that a bunch of politicians aren't spending the taxpayers' money, but that's what she says. They're not using our money for this initiative, which I don't believe you're allowed to use money for these initiatives.
No.
This has to be done by the people. So
Right.
anyway, anybody wishing to sign one, we got some up here, and I'm sure there's down at the town office or someplace they probably
Actually,
got
there's
some.
not at the town office. I could probably find places where they are, but we really, the town needs to stay out of this. It really needs to be an initiative of the people and by the people, for the people. So the town, if anybody calls in, I can probably find out where they are, where they can obtain copies, but that's not the role of the town, is to provide these copies, so.
All right, well, anyway, I know that a lot of people got a lot of questions about it. It's got to be done so fast, so.
It has to be done very fast, yeah.
And, you know, that really makes it hard, you know.
It does.
If I owned a casino, I could probably put up some pretty good odds on that, but, you know.
And you'd probably win, too.
Yeah, I put up because I've been through this many a times, and I know what it's like trying to do that. So,
yeah.
I'd probably be able to be pretty good at an odds maker on it. And to the winners out there, Laura and Doug, I told you each you're going to have a large pizza from Tower Pizza sent to you. It'll be there by 6 o'clock tomorrow night. I got your phone numbers here, so if you get any obscene phone calls, you know it's me. But anyway, what I need to know, if you guys call back in, I need to know what kind of pizza you want, or I'm just going to send you the pizzas I like. And I do not like anything that's looking at me while I try to eat it, or nor am I a vegetarian or anything. I'm a totally, as you can tell by my weight and everything, I'm a totally health food fanatic. Yeah, right. But anyway, anything that's bad for you, I love to. So anyway, I guess I'll give you guys a call and see what you would like on your pizza. 2 toppings. That's it.
2 toppings, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you again, it's always fun to be on this show. When we were on a break, I was saying, it just amazes me how fast the time passes.
Right.
It just, I mean, you tell someone an hour and they go, oh, really, an hour? But it just flies by.
Oh, I have candidates say that all the time, an hour. And I say, well, I don't care, stay on 10 minutes if you want, but, you know, don't take that long, really. And the hour goes by. One more thing. I don't really have nothing scheduled for next week. I don't. After that, I have ProCare Hospice. Is that what they call that stuff?
The what?
ProCare Hospice or.
Oh, the hospice, yes.
yeah,
the, yes.
I can't say the word right. See, I have a hard time with English.
It's a wonderful service, yes. Hospice when towards the end.
Anyway, I'm going to have them on the 26th.
Nice.
The month of June, of course, is going to be kind of slack because all the politicians are out drinking and everything. But I will be. But next week I don't have it. What I would love to have next week, and which, if I understand this right, the high school soccer team, girls soccer team, won the state championship. I haven't heard a lot about it. Anybody out there knows any of these girls, or I'll try to get a hold of them, come on live TV next week and answer some questions. I want to know if you're going to college, if you're going to go to college, if you're coming